Coach, the refs let them play in the first half. There was only 15 free throw attempts. Does that work out to your advantage since the team likes to go out and run a transition?
Absolutely. The game gets a little bit more flow. They need to adjust to contact that maybe they're used to getting fouls called. But absolutely, I mean, the fewer whistles, the better. Well, let's just get this thing going up and down. And I think they adjusted, and I don't know that there were missed calls. I thought it was a well-called game, so I don't think it was anything. And players need to adjust game to game because the refs are human beings as well, so they're going to be different every time we see you. End
of the second, Jordan Court went on a run. Were we just tired, or were we just too relaxed that we were up a lot?
I think it was more the fatigue part. They were telling us at halftime that the gym was a little bit warmer than it usually is, and I think they did run out of gas for a little bit, and we were trying to get subs in, but again, with no whistles for a couple minutes there, people had to play past their comfort zone. And I think we have a tendency to relax a little bit, so the combination of being fatigued and relaxing is not an ideal one.
Are we at our best when we are distributing the ball and making that extra pass?
Absolutely. I mean, I think every team, every coach will tell you that. When you make an extra pass, you go good to great. I mean, Brett Brown says that phrase all the time. So I think that's what every coach wants, and we do a good job of that. And, we miss some shots we normally make that maybe makes that extra pass look better. But we go back and we look at that to just make sure that we're making it. And whether the shot goes in or not isn't the end of the world as long as we're executing what we want to be doing.
We were a little cold coming out of the third. What do you think caused that lull in scoring after the halftime?
That's a really good question. If I knew it, we wouldn't have not scored. We'd have put the ball in the basket a little bit more. I mean, I think, Jada had a lot of looks around the basket, and they didn't fall. They bounced the wrong way. And Vicky, they did a really good job on Vicky in the second half of not really letting her get off. And I think Shannon missed some open shots and that we normally make, and it was maybe a week off. So now we had to find our second half legs a little bit, but it's basketball.
Quick 4 points. I believe Cassie made a layup. GCU takes a timeout. You guys held GCU to only a three-pointer in the last 3 minutes. What does that tell you about your defense?
When we had to get stops, we did. And that's what the one timeout we preached, we're going to win this game, getting rebounds and getting stops. So I don't always necessarily worry about our offense because we're one shot away. And, really it was our defense. We finally closed the trap, and you could see it happen the whole time. Cassie shot the gap, and that, I think, is what allowed us to go, take a deep breath. And we kind of knew at that point in time we were good enough, and we were going to make layups or foul shots and go from there.
You told your players in the locker room after the game, Saturday's a huge game for many reasons. What needs to be worked on before you guys play Caldwell?
We need to get some rest, as we always say. We need to get back in here and shoot. But they're a really good team. They have some really good players. They have a new coach who was a terrific player when she was at Caldwell. And they run a lot of really good stuff. So we need to prepare for it. We need to talk about schematically how we want to do it. And, they got Dragsler still there. I think she's the reigning player of the year. And she had a whole bunch of awards last year. So we got to do a good job on her. And they have some other weapons.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.